Let's talk about some night vision options on a budget. I'm sure there's plenty of videos about that out there. So I just want to show you two different ones that I bought at two different times. And I also want to show you the difference. So this is a J-arm. This is the one that comes with this sight. And this is a military one. And you can see it's had some damage, so it is broken. So I had this, just someone gave this to me. See, it's cracked right there. So I tried to put a piece over the top to cover it. Like I tried to put a piece in there and glue it on. So Gorilla Glue, yeah, Gorilla Glue doesn't work. I'll tell you that right now. So more than likely what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some small like computer screws. I'm going to drill this through and put at least one or two, and maybe one or two screws into this little plastic plate I've made and solidify it that way and see if that actually works. So we will, we'll see later. Anyway, I'd like to make this work just as a backup in case, you know, something like the knockoff here broke. So you can also tell it's a knockoff because see how this has a wire in there and has the metal clips. This does not have a wire in there and does not have the metal clips, right? So let's take this off. So this is a Neurotos, I think it is, or yeah, so this is the military mount. I can't remember what this thing's called, but I think this is the Rhino 2. I think that's what it's called. So, you know, if you don't know, it just clips in here, locks on that little mount. This piece goes in there, so not a big deal. Take this thing off, and I'll show you right now. See the rail right here? See the little groove piece? So when I have to put this on, they don't actually meet up, right? So I'm thinking what I might do is just file down the edge over here so that this triangular race right there will fit on this outside edge, and then it will go on the helmet and fit where you can see through it much easier, and it won't be moving around on the mount. Like that, because right now it has to go like this. And so if you look in there, see the two grooves don't match. Normally this groove should go right on like that and mount it in. However, for this setup, it won't work like that. So it won't come down and be on your eye if you do it like that. So either I try to get a different mount. So we'll see. Hold on. All right, so I tried to get a different mount. So here, this one, these are all Gen 1. And I didn't even notice this till now that this is a sight mark. Guess I never cared to look. Made in Russia. Huh. So I'm going to show you a difference between this one and the one that's on the floor that I've camouflaged. I bought this one at a later date because that one was no longer available for some reason. If I remember right, I paid more for this one than I did that one. This one's okay. It'll work if you really need it to work. However, when you turn it on, you have an indicator light. So you can see it works. And I've got the pinhole cap on it. So it does work, but it has an indicator light that comes on right there. So you need to black that out or tape it off if you're actually going to do anything real world with it. And then this is a real focus beam. So I got to figure out some way to spread the IR light because it's too focused. And this doesn't do anything. It doesn't change that focal point or spread it out or anything when you're looking through the scope. I don't have a good way to really show that to you. So you have IR light and you have on or off. That's it. Takes 2 AA's. The batteries have been in here. I don't know. I think I bought this 3 years ago, 5 years ago. It's been a while, but the batteries have never been changed. I think they're lithiums, but they've never been changed. So let's go down here and look at our other guy. So this is a mount that comes off one of my helmets I have in another video. Yeah, I've camoed it for the most part. Just knocked the edges off. It's a Neurotos. I'm not sure what version this one is, but I like it because it's got the slider up here, goes up and down. I'll just show you. So that slides up and down. Nice feature. It's not like the new, was it a G24 Suite. Can't afford that though, it's really expensive. So you gotta undo this guy to get this to slide back and forth, right? And it kind of works opposite of what I would think it would be. So it's kind of a pain. Other than that, you have again, that's an actual, military mount. So each one of these sights, I'm gonna tell you, I re-threaded the hole that goes in here to match the military ones. And believe it or not, that's the military thread, and this one right here, I changed this knob to the military thread, so you may have to do that to make it work on the budget optics. Same setup here. You got on, you got off. This is identical in a lot of ways. Same thing. You get the light that comes on, gives you away. So you got to cover that light or paint over it or something. Fill it in. The diffuser, yeah, I've got some crap in there, but it works great and spreads out like really wide in the room if you use the IR light with it. Both of these, change, really well. These are nice. It'd be nice to have a cup, I don't know if this thing folds over. I've never tried to get it to fold over. Again, the real mount here. So let's unscrew this guy because this is the main thing I want to show you. So on this, notice I have one plate on this side and I've got one plate on this side. This is a nicer, wow, it's a Sight Mark II, so okay. Must be a different version because this one, as you can see when we flip it over, oh here, let's get them both the same. You got your mount here, like you should have, but if you flip it over, you don't have the mount here, so you can't change from one side to the other. So in reality, I could have, one, I could go dual, be cool, dual budget. Dual budget Gen 1 night vision. That's hilarious. So anyway, both of these were like under 180 bucks. I think I got this one for like 89 bucks or something. And this is the older one. This is one of the first ones I bought. So yeah, this Sight Mark, I don't know. I'll try to find the model number. I'll just scratch it off or I'll put it on the video where you can see it. So the model numbers obviously are different. I would get this one. If you can find this one by the model number, this is the one I would go with. It just, the pinhole is better when you're using it. Its focus is better. The IR illuminator is better if you had to use it. You can see here I've taken a piece of paracord, so I just tied it through so I don't lose my cap off the end. This one was nice. It came with this nice, already made one. So they tried to do some nice things on this. However, look at the illuminators. They're different. So this one goes way out here. Don't know why. The brightness seems to be the same on both of these. So these are Sight Marks. I didn't know that till now. Sorry, I just don't look. When I buy cheap stuff, I just get it. And if it works, I use it. That's just how it goes. Man, I've dropped these. This thing's been beat around. It's been thrown around because it was cheap. I didn't care. It does Gen 1 night vision. Excellent. Excellent. I can easily see out my back deck, focused. I could tell a dog or a window frame, that kind of stuff at over 200 yards away. So this one's excellent. The other one will do the same. It's focus at distance and maybe like 100. It's not very good compared to this one. This is definitely a better model. So maybe I'll scratch some of that off where we can actually see it, or maybe you can get it in the screenshot enough you can see the model. But if I was going to get one, I would get this because it has the dual connections. Like I said, at the time it was under $100. I don't know what these go for now. Both made by Sightmark, so made in Russia. Good Gen 1 stuff, I think. And so if, let's say I had a PVS 14, a nice one, I had to drive, I would give one of these to my wife, like this one, for scanning while I'm driving to help me look. And she can just hold it up with one eye. I just push the button and say, here, it's on. Look out the window, right? And then I give this to someone maybe in the back. Hey, take this off my shit. Give it to them, turn it on, say, hey, look out the friggin' window. We need eyes and ears, right? So you're driving, need eyes and ears. Also, this kind of thing I showed you, the bike helmets. This might be the kind of thing you throw on a bike helmet where you can move at night and not have light. You can move quiet. You could go, to someone's friend's house, do whatever. Hey kids, you gotta sneak out. Hey. Just joking. Don't do that. Your parents would be upset with you. Anyway, these cheaper ones, you could throw on the bike rig, right? And you could use this to operate on your bike in areas where you can't see at night. Let's say the tornado's down and you need to be able to see what you're doing. And maybe you don't have a flashlight, but you got this. Or maybe your flashlight died and this is a backup. Point is, you got some way to be able to navigate in the dark. Either in natural events, civil unrest, or just a power outage. It gives you functionality that you normally don't have. So you could actually do things and see what you're doing. These are focused enough that I can read a book out of either one of these. Up close. Would it be comfortable with one eye? Not really. But I could read instructions. I could read a manual. I could read an electrical panel. I could read how to operate a vehicle. I could read whatever I needed, right? I could manipulate something. I could probably suture with it if I needed to. Again, skills matter in a crazy world. So, do I have to worry about what happens with these? Not really. And like I said, they've been in bags, they've been thrown around, they've been beat up. Yeah, I haven't drug them through the mud, I haven't froze them. I haven't had them dunked in water for hours, and I'm not going to. When that day comes, it'll happen. I'm not that worried about. And if that day comes and they don't work, well, then I'll just improvise to something else. I'm not worried about it. So far in my life, I've been able to get where I'm at by improvising. So, improvising, it's a skill. Learn it. Above all, improvising and skills and things like that, never be afraid to fail. Now let's talk IR. I'm not going to show you IR. I might make another video about IR, but there's thousands of night vision videos out there. I really don't think I need to cover this ground. If I need to do it, I've looked at a lot and they don't explain the idea of giving yourself away. There are some guys that do videos like that, and it's out there. You can find it. So this, as you can see, this is a mount. It goes on the front of like these mounts here, the Rhino mounts I have. This snaps on the front. Yeah, it's made out of plastic. It's not designed to be, beat up a whole lot. This is a Surefire. Streamlight. I like Streamlight products. If you can see, I got a lot of Streamlight stuff because they're usually priced right and they always work for me. This thing, I haven't changed the battery in, I don't know. It's been more than 2 years. I turned it on earlier and it turned on. So it has IR capability. It has a map reading light. It has a bunch of stuff on here. So you can see right here, I have different colors and I got the IR capability. So if I needed this, I could clip it on something else. See, it has a nice little, you clip it on a belt, clip it on your uniform, you know, whatever you need. So it has nice mounting function capability. I can take it off this mount if I needed to. If you see right here, you just slide it off. I'm not going to pop it off right now. I'm not going to worry about that. I think you just push it down. It comes off like so. So this is a clip. You clip it on your belt, clip it on whatever. Or you can just put it back on the mount like I have there. So on a bike helmet, like I showed earlier in the helmet video for bikes, you can use this kind of clip setup. So anyway, this light, when I bought it, wasn't too expensive. I don't know what they cost now. But last time I looked, I think the price has gone way up from what I paid. Because I don't think, they're only like, I don't know, maybe 100 lumens. They don't put out very much light. However, if you need more light with one of these, the IR light would come in really handy. Or if you want to put this on a helmet, if you're doing CQB and you've got your stuff on and you don't want a light on your gun to give away completely all your position, you could run this IR light on your helmet and then run your gun, and that gives you the light you need without flashing every time you hit the button on your rifle, right? So you're not hitting a laser and your light at the same time, just hitting your laser and this thing's on. No one can see that unless they have these items. If you don't have these, you can't see IR. If you don't know that, now you do. So you need night vision to see infrared light. I think that covers the whole gamut, man. You can get these J-arms pretty cheap, around 30, 50 bucks for an actual military one. Like I said, you can see some differences here. The military one has a nice screw in it. I'm not sure, this might be a knockoff too, but it works. And it seems to be, you know, pretty solid. I don't know the fact that it broke, where this one has never broke. And it has some markings on it, ME something. And here's the knockoff. So you can see the three differences. The knobs are the same on the two mil-spec ones, not the same on the knockoff. Top screws, all three are a little different. This is usually your cheapy knockoff. So, there we have it, friends. Like, comment. Hopefully, if you didn't know already, you learned something new today. And have a great day.